Hey guys, welcome to another episode of MBTI Happy Hour. We're going to be talking about websites today, meaning,
we're going to match different popular websites to different MBTI types and see if we match any.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Alex has come up with for this episode.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Starting with ISTJ. So ISTJ, I said Google. And I thought that Google just has all the SI knowledge of everything, and also the TE practicality. It's probably the most commonly used search engine because it just gives you the most practical results for whatever keywords you enter. So it's very ISTJ.
Okay, I put Dropbox because I thought the SI and FI sentimentality of the ISTJ would want to have a practical solution for keeping all sorts of documents. That sounds like an advertisement, not sponsored by Dropbox.
Yeah, not sponsored by any of these sites.
And keep it so that if your hard drive crashes, you still have it up on the cloud or Dropbox, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, ESTJ. For ESTJ, I said Amazon. I feel like Amazon just has so much TE effectiveness. You can just buy something and just get it straight to your door in 2 days. And I think they just have a lot of SI specifics, right? They have every product imaginable and all the specific details and information. So it's just a lot of SI knowledge of what you can buy there.
I like squealing because I put Google for ESTJ because I feel like TE will want a shortcut answer to all of life's questions. They don't want to know all the basics. Just want to ask and find out. And also there are so many SI specifics to be found on Google, and I feel like hidden agenda in E would be just endless new information.
Oh, that's good. Yay, kind of a half match.
Yep.
Okay, ISFJ. For ISFJ, I said Etsy. So I guess it's a site where people sell their own handmade things, and I feel
that's so good. I forgot that existed.
I feel the handmade thing is such an SI personalized associations to certain objects, and I guess it's very FE because a lot of these sites have very specific branding so that they make you feel like you're getting this object that's has all these SI associations, and I don't know, just feels very, just handmade things feel very ISFJ to me.
I put Pinterest because Pinterest is super sentimental, and it's basically a bunch of associations that you have that you value. So the Pinterest boards are profile based, but it is still introverted in that I feel there's minimal interaction other than repinning. So you don't have to talk to anyone. It's just a perfect introverted space to reveal your sentiments.
Right. Okay. ESFJ. For ESFJ, I said LinkedIn.
I'd be please, Ash.
Okay. Because I guess LinkedIn is a very FE kind of exhibiting yourself and showing what you have to offer to the world, and it's very for an SI specific purpose of finding jobs, and also it's very detail oriented in that you fill in all this information about yourself, basically put your resume on there. So I thought very ESFJ.
For ESFJ, no question, Facebook, all the status updates, all the FE, I feel Facebook was going to be either ENFJ or ESFJ, but just the status update and all the details, and just basically checking where you stand in relation to what all of your friends are doing is just very ESFJ to me.
Okay, ISTP. So for ISTP, I put Netflix. Because I feel it's visual format, so I kind of associated this visual video thing with SE, because you're just taking in all this information, and but it's personalized to you based on your own interests, so I feel that's very introverted, and it could also be a TI thing, figuring out the algorithm and what you like and that kind of thing.
So this was one of the hardest ones for me, and I had to get this off of a website list from Wikipedia, but I finally put Twitch, which is so perfect. It's the live streaming for video games. I'm pretty sure a lot of ISTPs in real life actually use this website, just like a lot of TPs in general. The live streaming is very immediate, which is SE. And for some reason, a lot of TI users like video games. I don't know, it's just that.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense because it's like a world that has its own rules and own logic. So it's like very much like something a TI user can figure out the model in their own head.
Thanks for explaining what I failed to explain.
Okay. Moving on to ESTP. So kind of going on the same theme for what I did for ISTP, I said YouTube for ESTP.
Okay.
Because I guess, again, it's like this SE visual format, and a lot of times it can be kind of like information-based, and I associate that with like TI, and a lot of times it can be entertainment-based, and that could be more like FE kind of presentation, and just general extroversion, because it's very much like a shared thing that you share with a lot of people, right? Very open platform, I guess.
For ESTP, not SE enough. Instagram, instant picture sharing. I thought that like nothing was more SE and FE than Instagram, where you just like, I mean, a lot of people don't actually use it like that anymore, but you're supposed to just take a picture and not like save a picture to your phone and then upload it later. But yeah, the true internet use of Instagram is super SE, FE.
Okay, ISFP. So yeah, I feel like so many of them we have like, or just based on what I've heard from you, there's like, oh, we're so close.
Yeah, we're so close.
Yeah, so for ISFP, I put Pinterest because I felt like Pinterest is so much about your like ideal personalized aesthetic. So I felt that was very FI-SE. So it's like this SE aesthetic and this FI kind of like individualized board of like all your pins. So
I guess like for the repins, it was kind of like an FE thing in my mind.
Okay. I just don't know the structure of like half of these websites, to be honest. That's probably why.
I saw like for the self-expressive ISFP, I put DeviantArt. It's pretty obvious. Because yeah, the SE is so beautiful. Like DeviantArt is so beautiful, but most of their galleries are still profile-based. Like there are grouped galleries, but I don't think that's a big feature. The biggest feature is to look at the gallery of an individual artist. So that's FI.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, just DeviantArt didn't come up on any of the like lists of Google things, but that's a great one. Okay, ESFP. So I put Instagram for ESFP. So
oh my god, I put YouTube! Why?
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
wow.
No, I was definitely considering Instagram for ESTP, but then I guess, yeah, so again, it's very like, yeah, there's that immediacy, that SE kind of spontaneity of like, oh, I'll take a picture right now, even though, yeah, most people probably don't do it like that anymore. But I guess I felt like on Instagram, a lot of people have this kind of like personal brand, and even though it's probably very like unauthentic and very like postured, it's still kind of like this like FI, like, oh, this is my identity that I'm going to show on Instagram.
Yeah, that's so interesting how you categorize FE and how I do, I guess. Because I put YouTube for ESFP just because, I mean, okay, like for Instagram, everyone wants to have a lot of likes. And I know for YouTube, it's like, how many subscribers do I get? But most people don't really pay attention to how many likes a video has. So me thinking like getting as many subscribers and as many views, that just seems to be like FI, like self-absorption, like make me into a star, you know? So I put that for ESFP.
Okay, INTJ. For INTJ, I put Wikipedia. Yeah, well, I feel like, okay, so Wikipedia, it's kind of almost like this information-based service, kind of like Google is, but Wikipedia has all these like links within the articles that link to other relevant things. So that makes me think of this kind of like NI overarching structure of all this information.
Okay.
And again, yeah, it's very like TE practical knowledge. It probably doesn't give a bunch of fluff information. It's mostly just like things that people would probably want to know.
Okay. So for INTJ, this was one of the last ones I filled in. I put Amazon because it's really TE efficient, but the biggest reason I put for it is because you don't have to leave the house to buy stuff.
That's true.
And it's usually cheaper, which is another TE thing. And I feel like INTJs don't want to go to a clothing store, like wrestle through the people, much rather like have it delivered 2 days later. Amazon Prime! Sponsor us! No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Okay, but also I thought that the depth of knowledge that the INTJ requires via NI, a lot of INTJs seem to like prefer reading books to reading, I don't know, a bunch of different unreliable sources maybe. You're like, no, I want to read the sources.
Wait, but I don't know what you mean by how does that relate to Amazon?
Oh, well, Amazon at first was only selling books before it branched out to everything.
Right. No, that's good, yeah. Okay. ENTJ. For ENTJ, I said PayPal because... Did we get that?
Oh my gosh! The most like random one!
Yeah, like PayPal is all about like getting things done and like receiving external results, right? So like getting your payment. And I feel like it's like this NI non-specificity, whereas like Amazon is like, okay, we'll give you all the specific products. PayPal is like, no, you just figure it out for yourself.
Oh wow, I'm so relieved. I almost put LinkedIn, but then I thought like, really, which ENTJ is like using LinkedIn to promote themselves? They probably already have some sort of business and they need to manage all the payments with PayPal.
Yay! Okay. INFJ. For INFJ, I put Tumblr because I feel it's kind of like a place where you can get like FE, acknowledged for all your obscure NI interests or identities. It's kind of like a community building place, but usually around like really niche topics and stuff. So I feel like that's maybe like an INFJ thing.
Okay. I put Kickstarter because I just thought like there's a lot of silly projects on Kickstarter, but I thought of like the really revolutionary ones, like the Princess Cup or something. Okay, maybe like cut that one out. But the products that could like manifest a huge social change, but can only be accomplished, like you can only accomplish that big NI stretch goal if you have a bunch of FE support by your side. So that's why I put Kickstarter.
That's good, actually. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those like viral projects that are like kind of this humanitarian bent kind of. Yeah, that's very INFJ. Okay. ENFJ. So for ENFJ, I put Facebook. So we were like so close. So of course it's like communicating, sharing things, expressing yourself to other people, very FE. But I felt like it's maybe more NI because it's more like generalized. You don't have to fill in all these forms about like, oh, this is my interest here, there. It's just kind of like your general thoughts. And it's also kind of very community building. Like you can build all these like groups on Facebook and meet new people. So I feel like that's kind of more like an ENFJ thing maybe. Yeah,
we were so close because I put Twitter. And I thought that Twitter was maybe more NI than Facebook. Because I put Facebook for ESFJ because Twitter you can connect with anyone instantaneously, which I think of as SE, and you can actually like talk about. Well, not everyone pulls this off, but you can actually change outcomes by talking to like important people. Like right, you can you can tweet at anyone,
right?
And if enough people like your tweets, which is also very FE, then the company might actually change something because they got enough publicity towards a specific issue.
That's true. Okay, so for ENFP, I put Twitter.
I put Tumblr for that. Okay, right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Breathe. Wow, this is so funny because we just did the subconscious FI-FE thing, and now we're like getting all of the opposite.
I just thought that Twitter was like an NE DOM because you only have like 140 characters, so it's like very brief, but then you can tweet like as many times as you want, so it's kind of like this NE jumping from like one topic to the next maybe very quickly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, again, you can kind of just, like, have this FI expression of, like, whatever random crap pops in your head, but that's somehow acceptable to post on Twitter.
For ENFP, I put Tumblr for some reason. I just thought that, I don't think it's as good of a reason as you. I just thought that it was a place to express yourself, and everything is customizable, and you write your own notes. You can customize other people's notes. You can customize your layout. I think the layout is what did it for me. And everyone on Tumblr has such different layouts, and they're for such different purposes.
No, that's true. That's kind of what I was saying. Like, there's so many different identities and things and groups, so it's very, like, NE all over the place in that sense. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, INFP. INFP, I put WordPress.
Yes! INFP, ENTJ, we got the same WordPress.
Yeah, I feel like INFPs have that NESI, very natural talent at writing. And yeah, and that's kind of like this blog style that feels like it can be very like kind of exploring your own ideas in a very FI way. And it's also introverted because I think it's less visible than other platforms, right? So it's more of like an introverted thing.
Yeah, I feel like WordPress. I feel like INFPs, they just need their own space. And WordPress is definitely yours. It's more yours than any of these social media platforms. And WordPress technically is social media, but your page is definitely yours.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you can make multiple pages. Basically have your own website, which is like any, and the WordPress is associated with diaries and blogging and writing, which is associated with INFPs.
All right. ENTP. For ENTP, I put the onion.
That's so good.
Yeah, I feel like I do this with every single matching thing. I always like pair ENTPs with some sort of like satirical trollish thing. But yeah, no, I just feel like it's totally like ENTPs who come up with this kind of like goofy satirical humor. It's very much like an NETI thing.
Okay. Oh, I was so proud of this. This is the first one I put in Reddit because there's like a million NE perspectives, and the whole getting karma thing, just that they named it karma, is so FE. And humor is always welcome in Reddit, and there is a lot of dark humor, and also you can learn a lot. So that's like TI, so it just covers all four kind of functions, I think.
Oh man, another half match I put for INTP, I've put Reddit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I feel like, basically what you said, like there's a bunch of different topics that you can explore. So it's like NE, and you can like learn a lot. So I feel like that's TI. But I thought it was introverted because you can kind of be fairly anonymous on there. So you can like say a bunch of stuff and like have no consequences.
Perfect for the ENTP?
Yeah, true.
For INT, this is so interesting. For INTP, I put Wikipedia.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess in my like non-TE brain, I thought of Wikipedia as quite thorough.
Yeah, no, that's why I kind of was like, oh crap, maybe that was not great.
Just because like if I read about, I don't know, like molecules at a random website versus Wikipedia, Wikipedia was like so much longer. And I feel like Wikipedia leads you to a bunch of other pages, which is like extroverted intuition as well. So
that's pretty good.
Oh, and also people contribute to Wikipedia, which I think of as FE.
Yeah.
But like no one knows who's contributing, which I also think of as like a little FE.
Right. So we actually got like 2 matches and probably like so many like
half matches.
Near misses.
So many.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let us know if you agree with the match that we put for your type, or let us know if you would match any certain types with any certain websites.
Yeah, as always, give us ideas for these videos. We're actually doing some of them.
Yeah, you guys come up with good stuff, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun doing these videos, too. So.
Oh, yeah, so much fun.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Check us out on Patreon.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.